The Last Push, Rise of a Dreamer. Ravi was just an ordinary boy from a small village in India. His family was poor, and every day was a struggle. His father worked as a farmer, and his mother stitched clothes to support the household. There was barely enough money for food, let alone school fees or luxuries. But Ravi had a dream. He wanted to become an engineer. Whenever he saw tall buildings, bridges, or machines, his eyes sparkled. He would stare at them, imagining himself building something great one day. Ravi, study later. Come help me in the field, his father often shouted. But Ravi would carry his books to the field and study during short breaks. He worked all day and studied at night under a dim lantern. His classmates laughed at his torn uniform and old books, but he never gave up. Years passed. Ravi passed his 10th grade exams with top marks in the district. The village was shocked. Nobody had ever scored so high before. I want to go to the city and study for the engineering entrance exam, Ravi told his parents. His father sighed. We don't have the money. Son, Ravi knew it wouldn't be easy. He started working at a tea stall in the city, cleaning tables and serving customers. After work, he studied for hours at the public library. He barely slept. But he kept going. There were days he cried in silence. He was tired, hungry, and lonely. Sometimes he felt like giving up. But then he remembered his mother's words, if your dream is big enough, your struggle will never be too much. One evening, while studying, a stranger noticed Ravi's focus and came over. You've been here every night for months. What are you studying? The man asked. I want to be an engineer, Ravi said with pride. The man smiled. I'm a retired professor. I can help you, if you're serious. That man, Professor Deshmukh, became Ravi's mentor. He guided Ravi through the toughest chapters and gave him mock tests. Under his guidance, Ravi's confidence grew. On the day of the engineering entrance exam, Ravi walked into the hall with hope in his heart and fire in his eyes. Weeks later, the results were out. Ravi had ranked among the top 500 in the country. He had secured a seat in one of India's best engineering colleges. Tears filled his eyes. He called his parents. Ma, I did it. The village celebrated. The boy who once worked in fields and tea stalls was now going to fulfill his dream. College life was hard. Ravi didn't have fancy clothes or expensive gadgets like others. But he had something more powerful, determination. He topped every semester and earned scholarships. 4 years later, Ravi graduated as one of the best students in his batch. He received a job offer from a top multinational company. Ravi returned to his village with pride. He built a small library and a coaching center for kids like him. He knew the pain of struggling alone. He wanted to make sure no other child had to. One little girl asked him, Ravi Bhaiya, how did you never give up? He smiled and said, there were many times I fell. But I told myself, just one more step. Just one more push. And every time I pushed, I moved closer to my dream. Moral of the story: struggles are a part of life. They test our patience, strength, and willpower. But if you believe in your dream and never stop pushing forward, success will come. It doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is where you want to go and how hard you're willing to work for it.